Hi, hello, and welcome to the fifth episode of the Whips and Whimsy podcast. This is a place where I talk about all my crafting things, all my making adventures, mostly knitting. I think I only have knitting today. My name is Zenith. My pronouns are they, them. I am happy that you are here with me. How's it going? How's life in your realm? I will tell you it is not going well in mine. Which is also why there was no episode last week. I had nothing to show you. The depressies hit me and I was like, we down for the count. We out. It's still not great this week, but I have put in the emergency protocols I need. Not that anything is like dramatically wrong, like I'm fine. But for me, self-care is a menu. And I feel like I have had to go from like eating my appetizers to like, what is the seasonal special? The seasonal special needs to fix me. And so instead of like, knitting my tiny little pigs and doing all those things, I wrote 20,000 words of fan fiction in the last 6 days. I did that. I've watched Rogue One twice and finished just reading a Star Wars book. And watched half of season 1 of Andor. I'm not knitting. I don't know. It's working. My brain is getting better. But like, April has been unkind to me. And it finally just like, it's been building. I think it's been building since before April. It's been building like really since winter. Like the things that I've been looking forward to in life have been like slowly crumbling out from under me. And then I'm like, that makes me sad. And then it has like snowballed into like, then other things happen. And I'm just like, I'm gonna go escape now. so I've been doing that. That's what I've been up to. I hope that life is treating you better. And I hope that you are finding joy and happiness and all those things. But I do have a couple things to show. And I also like did want to, try to maintain some semblance of a schedule here. So I'm here. We got this. Let's get into it. Let's jump in. First things first, if you're new here, I do something called the Pig Parade. When life is being normal, I typically come home from work and I knit a small tiny little pig every day, and it is like how I decompress from the day. And it will tell you how it's going that I have not filmed in 2 weeks, and I have two pigs for the Pig Parade today, and one of them does not have legs because I couldn't be bothered. I was like, I want to be done with this. This is not working for me. I want to go do other things. I want to go write fan fiction about Cassian and Jin. Bye. No legs. Also, I wanted to know what it looked like without legs, and it looks dumb is what it looks like. I'm not going to be making another one of these. But I was like, maybe it'll be cute. And then I was like, no. No. I mean, like, it is kind of cute, in its own little way, but And then I made a little purple one because I was like, purple's cute. I know they all have like little holes on the side. They don't bother me, but I do wish that I knew what I was doing so that I wouldn't have to have those little holes, because like everyone else's pictures on Ravelry don't have them. It's just me. So I don't know. Anyway, this is the Chichester the Pig pattern by Apocalypse Knits, who I think also goes by Helen Apocalypse. It is a free pattern. It is on double pointed needles using what was I saying? It's by Helen Apocalypse Knits, and it's on size 3 needles. I don't use DPNs. I use Magic Loop. And then you're supposed to use DK weight yarn. I just hold fingering weight double. So like this is a mystery yarn that's marled because it's self-striping. And I was like, I'm just going to pull from both ends of the ball. And then this one is just like a random mini skein that I used a little tiny bit of. And that's it for my Pig Parade. I do have a finished object to show today. It's a pair of socks that I said that was only going to take me like 2 more days to complete. Spoiler, they took 2 weeks. Because life was like, that's cute. I've When I tell you I have been hyperfixating on Star Wars to fix my brain, even at work, like on my breaks at work, I'm on my phone like writing fan fiction like on my Google Drive. Like that's how it's going. So these were finished 10 minutes ago. So when I got them done, I had almost finished them earlier this morning, and then I had a gym class I had to go to. And literally the only thing I had left to do was the Kitchener stitch. But if I did the Kitchener stitch, I would have been late. And I was like, I don't want to be late to class. So I just did the Kitchener, and now they're done. These are Stroll Tweed in Barn Door Heather is the main color, or the contrast color. The main color is Lavender Fields. I do size 1 flexi flips, 56 stitches on a size, yes, I said size 1 needle. I do 10 rounds of 2x2 ribbing for the cuff. I do 30 rounds for the leg. I do a basic slip stitch heel, like heel flap and gusset. And then I do 65 rounds total between the gusset and the foot to fit my foot, which is like a 7.5, 8. And then I do just like a square toe because I don't have to think thoughts about the toes. So those are socks for me. I'm very happy about that. The next thing I've been working on that I actually have gotten a little bit done is living in this project bag, which is my favorite. This is a cosmetics bag that I bought at my local goth clothing store and then was like, I don't wear makeup, so I'm gonna put yarn in it. I bought it to put yarn in it. I was not fooling myself that I was gonna wear makeup. I was like, I'm not doing that. Anyway, this is my Kalara shawl with yarn going literally everywhere. We love that. We love a good yarn. It's getting big. Look at it. Look at it. Ah, behold, perceive. I love it so much, and I love the colors. My phone is like not nice about picking up all the colors that are in this shawl, and it's doing it really well this time, and I'm like so happy. Because I genuinely think this is like one of the most stunning color combinations I've ever done. I did not pick these colors. I'm not good at picking colors. Not my strong suit. But I am really enjoying working on this. I'm excited to put it into my gift pile because this is not something that I personally would wear. I don't think. I don't wear wraps. But I love it. I'm excited to have it done. I want to have the electric blue color off of this project so I can use it for a contrast sock heel for a different pair of socks I want to make. But yes, this is a Kalara pattern, and can I show you how far I got on it? I got this far, and I was working on this while I was watching Rogue One the first time and also watching Andor. Because basically what I was doing, I set up the TV upstairs instead of staying down in my room. And I would just set half-hour timers, and every half hour I would just switch between socks or this or socks or this. So it's working well for me. And I'm going to do that again today because they just dropped Andor Season 2. And that's going to fix me. I hope. We're doing our best. I don't know. Anyway, the last thing I have to show is the blanket I've been working on since January. I've gotten basically nothing done on this. But I did have therapy. And this is my therapy knitting. So I got this far. I got like 4 rows done in the last 2 weeks. I am still really enjoying this blanket when I work on it. It's a nice, just little, bias blanket using mini skeins from the Mermaid's Pearl 2024 advent calendar, which was a gift from my parents. I've augmented the yarn with some Stroll Black because I wanted it to be a little bit bigger. It'll get done at some point. It'll get done eventually. I'm not worried about it. I am a little bit worried about it getting too warm in my house to work on as we head towards summer. I live in the wonderful state of Massachusetts. Love it here. We don't have air conditioning, so I can get away with knitting socks up to like 79 degrees inside the house. But if we have a heat wave of more than 3 days, it will be like 81 degrees in my room. And I'm not knitting a blanket in 81 degree weather. It's just not happening. So I would like to get that done sooner than later. I would like to get Kalara done first, and then I will be really focusing on that blanket when I'm at home. And that's it for the whips I've worked on in the last 2 weeks. So I have an upcoming project I'm going to be casting on the moment I finish filming. And it is another pair of socks. I'm sure you're surprised. I have a little spinner that I use to select projects. You can see which ones are currently loaded on it if you watch, I think it's episode 2 or maybe episode 3. It's the one where I have a thumbnail where I'm like holding a basket. That one will tell you all the different options. But I spun it right before I started filming, and it said you should work with your leftover Emo Cthulhu yarn. So I said, okay. So I'm going to knit socks out of this. I already have a pair of socks out of this. I forget where this yarn is from, so I'm going to put it on the screen. It was a gift that someone gave me, and I'm obsessed with it. It has yak in the base. So it's like, I think it's like super fine merino with yak or something. I don't remember exactly what else is in it. It might be cashmere. But it's so soft. It's so soft. It's so good. It doesn't pill. It holds up really well. And it has this really nice like cloudy halo to it. And so I finished the socks for me. And I was like, I'm having the time of my life. Someone else should also have socks with these. So I'm making these for one of my best friends for her birthday, which is coming up in a couple months. And this is going to be the contrast color. And I think that's going to look like, I think that's going to look really good together. I hope. I don't know. I'm actually kind of bad with colors. But there is like, splashes of blue in there. And I think maybe yes. I think maybe yes. That's about it for me. I feel like we've already talked a lot about life. It's going. Time continues to pass. The horrors persist, and so do I. And we are gonna dig ourselves out of this, no matter what. As far as like and again, like we've covered, like I'm gonna get off of this, and I'm gonna go watch the rest of Andor and get caught up on it. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm watching. Reading right now, I'm reading Thrawn Alliances because we're spreading out all of our Star Wars hyperfixations to many different places. And what else? What else do I have going on? I'm writing 2 different fan fictions. That's all I'm gonna tell you because y'all don't need to know about my fan fiction. They're nasty. Anyway. Yeah, I've also been going to the gym again. That's why I feel like my brain's good right now because like I just worked out for an hour in a group class and it kicked my butt. It kicked my butt because like I am not the most athletic person ever, but I was the most athletic person in the room, and they did not have enough of like the weights that I would have wanted to grab for what we were doing because everyone else was taking them. And it was like women in their 60s. And people who were like clearly went to the gym less than me. And I was like, if someone has to take the heavy ones, I will take the heavy ones. I am the best equipped to do them. But I do not want to do 22-pound slams for HIIT. No. And then was like, that's what we got. So my brain be dumb right now. Which is a good feeling. If you haven't gone to the gym and made your brain dumb before, you should try it at least once. Anyway, do I have anything else to tell you? I don't think so. I think this is all I got. That's what I got for knitting. Gonna work on the next pair of socks. Try to work on Kalara. Try to get back into a groove. Try to knit some more pigs. I have some chili peppers to knit, but I have not knit them yet. But hopefully there will be chili peppers to show next week. And that is all. So thank you for being here. Thank you for spending some time with me. I hope you have a great rest of your day, rest of your weekend, whatever you're doing. Tell me things that are bringing you joy right now. If you watch Star Wars, talk to me about Star Wars. Let's have a fantastic day. Okay, bye.